Now at 10, a snowy start to 2023 as a winter storm causes road closures, power outages, interlodge orders, and even shuts down ski resorts. Plus, new details on the suspect arrested for the murder of 4 University of Idaho students. What childhood friends are now saying about that suspect. And ABC4's Dana Green is in Pasadena with the Utes. We'll hear from the players on the eve of tomorrow's Rose Bowl showdown against Penn State.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Good evening and Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Rick Aaron. As 2023 arrived, so did a major winter storm blasting the state of Utah with rain, sleet, and a lot of snow. The Pacific storm caused numerous problems on the roads for those who had to venture out on this holiday, and the 2 feet of new wet snow added to the avalanche danger in our mountains. The storm forced the Utah Department of Transportation to close State Route 210 in Little Cottonwood Canyon, and the town of Alta has been under an interlodge order since 11 o'clock last night. That means that nobody is allowed outside. Both Alta and Snowbird resorts were closed today because of the avalanche danger. UDOT has also closed Highway 92 in American Fork Canyon and Highway 189 in Provo Canyon at different times today. Time to check in with ABC4 meteorologist Nate Larson, who is tracking this storm, and it just keeps on going out there, right, Nate?
The snow just doesn't stop. Yeah, in fact, it's now the storm system's over the top of us, Rick, and it's rotating moisture up from the south and the east, and we're going to continue to see snow throughout much of the evening, even into the overnight, even into tomorrow morning with this storm system that's just not letting up. And so we're going to continue to add on to the already incredible snowfall amounts in the mountains. Alta is now at 36 inches of snow in the last storm with the storm total. So 3 feet of fresh powder up at Alta. Again, it was closed today due to the tremendous avalanche concerns with all that snow that has accumulated. So you can see the area of low pressure rotating counterclockwise. It's now sending snowfall into northern Utah. So it's spreading north. I'll show you what it looks like here with storm tracker radar. Doesn't look quite as impressive, but we are still seeing fairly steady snow showers across much of Salt Lake County into the Tooele Valley. There are some scattered showers as you head north as well into Weber-Davis County and down south into Utah County. So plan on slick roads, especially now that temperatures are at or below freezing. We're starting to see it really accumulate on the road surfaces as opposed to the sun even coming through the clouds and with snow showers where they were keeping the roads fairly decent into the afternoon. It's changing now. Snow showers across the southwest corner as well with rain for St. George. This will continue into the overnight hours and then shift out of there towards the late morning and be out of here by the afternoon. Grand Junction area or areas near Moab still seeing some rain and snow showers as well. And these winter storm warnings will continue into 5 o'clock tomorrow. The mountains another 4 to 8 inches expected. Wasatch back 4 to 6. In the valleys with the winter weather advisories another 2 to 4 inches in total through 5 o'clock tomorrow. Isolated areas could see more than that. Rick?
All right, thank you very much, Nate. All that snow was too much weight for a covered carport at an apartment complex in West Jordan, which collapsed onto numerous vehicles this morning. According to police, 15 vehicles were trapped and damaged by the collapse at the Broadmoor Village Apartments located at 3375 West, 7800 South. This happening at around 8:30 this morning. Now, fortunately, no one was injured in that collapse, but you can see left quite a mess for the residents, staff, and insurance agents to deal with. Well, one person is dead and several more are injured after a New Year's Eve tragedy near the border of West Valley City and Taylorsville, where a driver in a stolen pickup truck hit 2 pedestrians and then caused a 4-car crash on Redwood Road last night. According to police, the unnamed suspect, a man in his 20s, was initially involved in an accident at 3100 South and Redwood and then sped away southbound, hitting 2 men in a crosswalk at 4100 South.
There were 2 pedestrians, both males. One male was pushing another male in a wheelchair across the road. The driver of that silver pickup truck hit one of the pedestrians as well as the individual in the wheelchair, and then went through the intersection and hit another vehicle that was traveling westbound on 4100 South.
We know that the man pushing the wheelchair was pronounced dead on the scene, while the man in the wheelchair suffered minor injuries. A female driver of another car was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The suspect ran from the scene, but officers in the area were able to track him down. Again, they have not yet released his name. Elsewhere, one person was injured today when a semi-truck slid off Interstate 80 and onto railroad tracks where it was struck by an oncoming train. According to the Utah Highway Patrol, the crash happened around 3:45 this afternoon on Interstate 80 near Summit County, specifically near the town of Emery. They say the westbound semi went off the road for an unknown reason and then was hit by that train, which split the truck's cab from its trailer. These pictures from the Park City Fire District show the aftermath. The driver of the semi was treated at the scene, then taken to a hospital in stable condition with minor injuries. The 28-year-old man charged with the brutal murders of 4 University of Idaho students is due in court on Tuesday. Brian Koberger now faces 4 counts of first-degree murder. Meanwhile, a childhood friend of his is revealing new details about Koberger. ABC's Kana Whitworth has the details.
Tonight, Brian Koberger's childhood friend Thomas speaking to ABC News, describing the Idaho murder suspect as mean in high school, saying Brian was eager to be seen as dominant.
He would just put me in, he would grapple me and put me in headlocks and arm bars and stuff like that.
Koberger's family releasing a statement which reads in part, "First and foremost, we care deeply for the 4 families who have lost their precious children. There are no words that can adequately express the sadness we feel. We have fully cooperated with law enforcement agencies in an attempt to seek the truth and promote his presumption of innocence." The small community in Moscow terrified for weeks after roommates Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and her boyfriend Ethan Chapin were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home in mid-November. Koberger's lawyer saying Brian's father flew from his home in the Poconos to Washington State for a pre-planned cross-country road trip back home to Pennsylvania for Christmas in that white Hyundai Elantra.
Driving cross-country took them approximately 2.5 days. Mr. Koberger indicated that Brian was acting normal and not out of character on the drive back from Washington.
The car seized from the Koberger's home after Brian was arrested early Friday morning. The Monroe County Chief Public Defender saying Koberger is eager to return to Idaho and be exonerated. Police in Moscow say they're confident they arrested the only person responsible for the murders. Still, they're searching for a murder weapon they describe as a fixed blade knife. The police chief saying the community has a name and a face, and now they're hoping more people will come forward with information.
We have a lot of work to do still. We still have a lot of pieces we have to put together. That's why we're still asking people, if you have known this individual, contact us.
And Chief Fry telling me that within an hour of releasing Koberger's name, more than 400 tips poured in. Koberger's lawyer also confirming to us that he remained there in Pullman working towards his PhD until mid-December. He's now set to face a judge in Pennsylvania Tuesday and is hoping to be quickly extradited to Idaho after that. Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Philadelphia.
In Mexico today, 10 guards and 4 inmates were killed when gunmen in armored vehicles opened fire at a prison. This all happened just across the border from El Paso, Texas, when various armored vehicles arrived at that prison and then gunmen got out and started shooting around 7 a.m. In addition to those killed, 13 other people were wounded, with at least 24 inmates escaping. Mexican soldiers and police eventually regained control of the situation and say they are continuing to investigate.
All right, coming up, we've got a live look at St. George. We've got showers in the St. George area, rain sticking around. We'll talk about how long this storm system is going to impact the state. We're not done with it yet. I'll have the details coming up after the break.